Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around this beautiful, beautiful world. Happy Friday. Today I have a very, very special guest and I can't wait to introduce you, all of you, to September Smith. Yoo-hoo! Hello,
Good
September.
morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Early morning here in Mexico, but anything for you, Biljana?
It is 6 a.m. So let me just start introducing September. September is an amazing podcast media strategist. She's a producer and a host, and she's hosting, she's hosting an amazing summit, which is the Breakthrough with Media Summit, which is going to happen on 14 and 16 of June. Let's just tell us a little bit more about the summit. Let's start with the summit.
Okay, I am just as excited as you are about this. This is a 3-day live virtual summit that is for entrepreneurs, authors, coaches, change makers, people who realize they want to kind of rise up out of just trying to market themselves on social media and get onto the stages and onto media. It's all about breaking through with media like television, radio, magazines, being mentioned in news clips, and speaking on stages like TEDx, like large stages and conferences in your field of expertise, virtual, and getting the publicity and the PR that you need. I've gathered 20 amazing speakers, of which Biljana is just one. And they're going to be giving us an overview of what this landscape looks like and how you can maybe start adopting some of this into your marketing scheme to really elevate your positioning and start playing a bigger game with media and speaking.
I love it. And like I constantly explain to all of you online, whoever is watching right now, please put below where you're watching it from. I'm right now in Bulgaria. September is in Mexico right now. You can see we're literally everywhere around the world. And I know you do watch, but you rarely put in the comment where you're watching it from. So please go and do it. I'm so curious, as you know, who is watching and how you're doing on Friday. And to all of you, you know that I constantly speak how TEDx is about visibility, about positioning, about authority, about creating this positioning what you want and totally deserve. So why did you decide, September, to put TEDx in addition to all the media summit
Well,
topics?
when I was looking at this in terms of what are all the opportunities that are out there, and I was connected to and knew and worked and with so many experts and was recommending my clients to them, and I thought, this is just a few pieces of the puzzle. How do we get it all together like a pantheon of experts out there that can show us everything that there is that we could be as perhaps people just starting into getting some media exposure and getting that visibility. And when I thought about, okay, the range from media all the way over to speaking, it's all getting out there, getting your message out there and learning how to deliver it. I thought, okay, TEDx is a very unique, a very special form of speaking. It's one that it might take more specialized training and a lot of time with a person like you, Biljana, but it is so worth it because it opens doors. It has that special cachet. As you say, when you see that person standing on the red dot and you see that TEDx in the background, it's a whole different feeling than any other stage. And I thought the reason I wanted to have that in there was because TEDx has that cachet that can open those doors for you if you're getting started with this.
Yeah.
But then my other choice was, who am I going to get to represent this? Who do I know? And I know a number of people who are TEDx speakers, TEDx coaches, but I knew from the very beginning, I knew I wanted you to be that person.
Thank you so much. I really highly appreciate that.
Do you want to know
Means,
why?
tell me.
I will tell you why. The reason I wanted you to, I've been watching you for the last year. I've been getting your newsletter. I personally, at this point, do not necessarily aspire to being a TEDx speaker, maybe sometime in the future, but I thought, let's just see what she delivers. And when I started seeing what you were putting forth in your newsletter, I was blown away. It was head and shoulders above anything that I was seeing from other people who specialize in this. because you had that so much strategy up front. You're very kind of left brain approach to it, mixed with, the right brain aesthetic. But the whole thing of the way you teach people how to leverage it, and leveraging is so important, and it's something that so many people do miss when it comes to any of the media that they're creating or any of the speaking that they're doing. They forget, like, okay, once it's over, it's not over. You're just starting now. So can you actually tell us a little bit about that? I love the way you explain that.
Just I'm gonna very quickly say hi to different people who are watching. Good morning to Bobby. Bobby, tell us where you're watching it from, because I would love to know. Good morning, actually good afternoon to Vip Hasika. I do apologize, I can't pronounce the name. So sorry, from India. Sorry, but I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of energy there. Good morning to Canada, Team Canada International Show today. Gail, are you on the international show? That's going to be amazing. Thank you for joining us this morning. And Vip, how could be a TEDx speaker? Vip, I'll tell you how. Join the summit. I'm going to speak a lot about TEDx on the summit. The summit is 14th to 16th of June. You're gonna absolutely love it. But what I really like about this summit, that it's not gonna be just me on stage. It's gonna be so many amazing experts talking about media. So as September is putting out the whole summit together with all the 20 speakers, and I'm one of them, it's going to be absolutely high value to all of you watching it. And TEDx is literally like my slot to speak there, and I'm going to be there for all the days, and you're going to have a lot of chances to speak with me also in person. And after all the every day we have open doors rooms, and it's going to be really amazing. So come and do register. I'm going to put the link just in a second. Bobby is saying so many different paths to visibility, and yes, TEDx is a good addition to your overall plan. The TED brand drives such incredible levels of credibility. That
Absolutely.
is so true. Absolutely.
I just want to mention that yes, we have actually two options for the summit. We're going to, for everybody, registration is free. You can come for all 3 days for $0 and get all this amazing value and catch all the speakers sessions. And in addition, we've got a pop-up Facebook group for the community there where you can be asking further questions of the speakers. But for people who buy the All Access Power Pass, at the end of every day, we're going to be having the day's speakers, including Biljana, come back so that you can kind of look at it. Once you've seen that day where you're speaking, then you're just going to be, okay, where does TEDx fit with this kind of speaking or TV or podcasting or publicity? And we're going to be putting it all together on a fourth day. We've got all our speakers coming in for a deeper dive into how do we put this all together? How do we leverage it? How do we turn it into one synchronous, integrated ball of media for our campaign?
Yeah, I love it. I just put the link in the comments, everyone. Let me just show it here. It's I'm going to explain to you, like, we're going to cover a lot about the visibility and positionings, but I want to go very quickly through the 5 superpowers of TED and TEDx Talk. And by the way, if you don't know, there's 17 plus formats of TED and TEDx. TED and TEDx is only 2 out of 17. Okay, so be very careful with this. And I'm saying it every time because people apply to the wrong format and then they get rejected and they wonder why on earth they got rejected. But also they're very specialized TEDx formats and TED formats. So think about, like, TED is the flagship conference, and TEDx is like a mini sisterhood conferences which are happening around the world. And whatever format TED has, TEDx also multiply majority of those formats, right? And those 17, that doesn't mean like half of them are TED, half of them are TEDx. No, it's just like majority of those 17 formats are TED formats, okay? Just to be very clear. So I'm going to explain in a lot more details during the summit, but what I wanted to share with you is that there are 5 superpowers of TED and TEDx. The first one is visibility. Think about that. Not many people know that, but TED and TEDx are published on 50 plus platforms. TED.com is one of them. YouTube is one of them. Netflix, Spotify. There's so many platforms where TED and TEDx go.
Wow.
And think about YouTube, 2.7 billion users around the world. Even you take 10% of those users which are interested in your topic, how many millions of users we're talking here? And even only 10% of those which are interested in your topic go and find your TEDx talk. How many thousands of people around the world we're talking about? So when we say visibility, that's like huge. And when I say positioning has two sides for me. It's about gaining that credibility, what you want for you and for your business, and also authority. Authority is very interesting, and I'm going to cover that specifically on the summit. I'm not going to say it here, but I just wanted to play it, to place it in your mind, that credibility and authority is all about positioning. And then we have legacy. How many of you think about TEDx as a legacy? It's going to be always there, right? The moment when your video is out there, this is your digital footprint. It's your digital legacy, but it's also an amazing digital business card, because you're gonna start going, and that happened to me, that happened to all the TEDx speakers. You're gonna start going to different networking events, to different like in-person cocktails, and the moment when you say I'm a TEDx speaker, you don't have to give them a physical business card. Like, people are gonna go and find you most probably on YouTube, okay? And what is really funny is that one of the many results after you become first-time TEDx speaker, what happens is that you're going to start speaking with people. They will feel that they know you because they watched already your TEDx talk. You have no clue who you're talking to. that is always the case. And the number 5 is influencer. People always see TEDx speakers as influencers, as someone who is like, wow, let's just go and speak with that person because she or he is up there, right? That's how people see.
Yeah, it's like instant credibility.
Exactly. Like, literally, that the whole authority and credibility there is like, it's pretty much instant. So yeah. So tell me a little bit more about the summit, because I want people, all of you watching right now here, I want all of you to come to the summit, not only because of me.
Oh, come for her.
but very briefly tell us about the other speakers, because they're amazing, and then we're going to speak about TEDx and about what gifts I prepared for all of you.
Oh, yes. I structured the summit in a way that would be kind of one of my past career incarnations. I was an instructional designer. It's how does the human brain take in information in a way that kind of builds it up and lodges it in your brain as something you now understand. So more simply, I put this together in terms of day 1 is going to be the opportunities. What are the speaking and media opportunities out there? Just to give you a taste of what's possible for you. Because there are a lot of things like publicity, or getting on a TEDx stage, or getting free media exposure on television, that some people might feel it's like, that's not even possible. How could I do that? You can. And those speakers on day 1 are going to be breaking down how these opportunities are out there for us and how we can be accessing them. Once we have kind of a vision of what's possible and how we could all be using this to work together, because, like, as you had mentioned, after your TEDx, you're going to be doing other things. This opens doors. So you're going to be creating a more mixed media campaign with this.
Yeah.
So day 1, the opportunities. Day 2 is all about the skill sets that you're going to need. And we've got speakers covering everything from kicking off the show in the morning with the boldness coach, Venice Johnson, who's all about, like, what kind of mindset do you need to be stepping on to these new stages, to be stepping up into this new you. And we're going to be talking about your personal brand, the brand in your story. We've got an absolute killer from the killer pitch queen, Precious L. Williams, is going to be with us to talk about pitching. She's just amazing. She's a 13-time champion pitch queen. She's going to be giving us pitching, and then we're going to be looking at how to use speaking this skill. How do you speaking to scale your business? And the final one of day 2 is Tony Caruso talking about how to get booked, but more importantly, how to get rebooked, how to really make sure that all of the stages and the event producers and the show producers that you work with are going to love you so much. They're going to want to have you back. And then once we've got the opportunities and the skills, day 3 is all about the resources, the services, and the tools that you can access. It's going to make this all easier. Everything from, we've got Jessica Rhodes, who will be talking about her company, which gets you premium bookings on the best podcast show for you. Yeah. We're going to be talking also on that day. We've got someone there, a woman who, Isha Joshi, who is the inventor of a piece of AI that can actually help speakers practice and work on and give you feedback on your speeches. That's so totally cool. We have got Bobby Carlton, who just happens to be on this call. And she's a PR expert with 3 decades of expertise in this area, but she also has a speaker bureau. She's going to talk about working with the speaker bureau. We've got another PR expert, Kashawn Evans. We've just got, I've just racked my brain for weeks. This has been months and months in the creation. Rack my brain to think, okay, what is the total spectrum that people are going to need to see so that they come away from this really having a clear vision of, this is how I could be doing this. And here are the people I could be working with that can help give me the leverage that's going to make this happen.
I absolutely love how you break the 3 days, like all the sides of a media, right? Because majority of the people talk about, social media visibility, and all that, where you took all the angles of how you can break through the media and get your business really glowing and spreading around the world, which that was, when you invited me on stage, I was like, I totally want to be on that stage.
I was so thrilled because, as I say, the content that I've seen in what you share in your newsletter is stellar. And I thought, no, she's not just a TEDx coach. She's a statistician and a strategist on this. So we want to have her here talking about TEDx and how we can use it.
Yeah, I love good strategy.
Like, for example, drop if you would, share again with me the stats on your clients that you've gotten onto TEDx stages. Some crazy amount of them are in the top 25%.
It is. Every single speaker I work with, and regardless which level, like I was preparing them from, end to end, from creating the script and applying to TEDx to all the way to become like in the top 10, but all of them are in the top 25% of the most watched TEDx speakers.
That's incredible.
And I'm so proud of this, honestly. It's so proud of this. And at some point I was like, I really need to also show them what they achieved, somehow. And there is the top 10 TEDx charts. So it's the top 10 world's TEDx charts of most watched TEDx talk for the month, right? So it goes every month, this world chart, and then it's 6 months, and then it's the whole year. And 7 of my TEDx speakers are in the top 10. That has been going since last October, I would say. And 2 of them got in the top 50 for the 2021. So one of them is on number 36, the other one was on number 39. And have in mind that there were 13,400 TEDx talks published in 2021. To be on number 36 and 39 is huge. It's massive.
So how do you do that? Obviously, you have to prepare them and make sure they have the best talk ever and all the skills and the preparation and get up there and not blow it. But what else do you do that ensures that they're in the top 25% or in like the top 50 for a year?
The secret is that I combine neuroscience with public speaking with AI.
I love
Sounds crazy, right?
No, it's great.
I know, but let me just break it, because I'm going to speak exactly about this on the summit. What is actually important? The three steps. neuroscience, I put it in. Obviously, public speaking is storytelling, and TEDx is all about storytelling. How you give what you give. Um, Through your story, so people can have that transformation. Storytelling is always transformation. To take your audience from one place to another place, you have to transform them, and storytelling is the easiest way, because people connect with you through your story, because they can see themselves in your story, right? The second part, neuroscience, I added it. I think I added it middle of last year. Sorry, and last year realized that if artificial intelligence works in a very different way from the usual, like it needs keywords, it needs that SEO, which I'm going to speak about in a second. But then to be able to get to the technology to show you what you're searching for, then you have to put all these keywords in your speech, in your script, right? And this is where I put neuroscience, because the law of repetition, as you know, which is a neuroscience law, the more you repeat the same phrase or keywords, it goes in people's brain. And when they go to search, sadly, people don't remember your name as a speaker. Fact, they don't remember titles. Fact, I was doing a lot of researches actually on LinkedIn and different social media platforms, but people only remember the story, but story doesn't help you after this to Google, to say, yeah, can you please give me, this amazing blonde lady who was speaking about whatever, was the story. Google will be like, here you go, 1 million results.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't work like this. So to put this, what I call key phrase, and then repeat the key phrase throughout the speech, is what goes as the law of repetition. It goes in the long-term memory as the neurons gets together, and then people remember your key phrase. And when they go and they type that key phrase on Google, this is now linking it to the third part, which is AI, because we put the same key phrase in the SEO of the video, and we put all the a lot of keywords. So it's the key phrase, the keywords, 3 hashtags, 6 tags. It's the whole SEO, which is, I call them the 7 YouTube hacks. And all this goes. So all these 3 elements help me to get all my speakers in the top 25%, and it like to be number 36 and 39. And what was really interesting, I have to say, is that at some point, people start calling me to say, we heard that you're doing the SEO for TEDx and YouTube, and no one else is doing it. Can you do that for me? So I start helping speakers just for that part. They were doing their own script by themselves and preparing for the day, and like the whole preparation, no problem. But I was literally only jumping for the SEO, and that was cool. Actually, that was always fun. I can tell. But usually, behind the scene information, it usually takes me 4 to 5 hours to dig in. So what I do, I switch off all my phones and like all technologies around, and for 4 hours I dig on YouTube with all the possible keywords, and I analyze titles, hashtags, data, and I can roughly predict basically the moment when that video is out, what is trendy, what is trendy hashtags and trendy keywords, so we can get that video. And of course, the moment when the video is out on YouTube, YouTube is like, oh, look at all this data, let me just pick it up and spread it around the world and see who is interested. So this is the 3 elements, how it works. Vibhasika is saying, I agree with you, I really appreciate your work, I really want to be part of it and speak my own thoughts. Yes, do it.
Definitely.
Do it.
June 14th to 16th. It's going to be Tuesday the 14th to Thursday the 16th. For the people who buy the All Access Pass, we've got a whole extra day on the 17th, where, as I said, we're going to be putting it all together. The speakers are going to be doing panel discussions and hot seats. So if you are one of the people chosen, you're actually going to have people like Biljana putting their eyes on you and what you want to achieve. So yeah, make sure you come and be part of this. It's going to be amazing.
It will be absolutely.
And I love the way you get the 3 elements, which for some people might be like, oh, that's so boring, that's so technical. But it's what makes it work, both in the way you're delivering your speech, because you are using all those, as you say, those trending hashtags and those phrases. You are just pinging the algorithms for all the platforms that your material is now on. So you tell a wonderful story, you touch people's hearts, you stick in their minds, but you also stick in the algorithms of all the platforms that Biljana gets you on.
Honestly, if you don't have the algorithm, you're gonna have obviously you're gonna become a TEDx speaker. Okay, no one is gonna take that away from you. You will create that beautiful legacy. You will create that beautiful digital business card. Okay, every element what I was speaking about, but you will be positioned as a speaker. Okay, but that visibility is not going to be there because there will be no enough data for all the platforms like YouTube to pick that data and literally just diffuse it, disperse it around the world. So this is really so important element nowadays if we want that visibility.
Yep.
Ciao Vienna, ciao from Milan. It's so lovely to see you here, and thank you for joining today. Let's just I want to speak about quickly about two things. The first one is a freebie what I'm giving away for those of you who is joining the summit. It's a 45 mini course on how to apply for TED and TEDx.
45-minute mini course.
I know.
It's when you told me about, we were talking about it and you were saying, I'm going to give them this and put this together and this together. I was like, that's a lot for a free gift. I mean, there are other products and books and courses that people have for the All Access Pass, but for everyone, we have what Biljana has called her freebie. This thing that everybody gets when you're a person that's participating in the summit as an attendee. All of our speakers are offering a resource, and Biljana was telling me about what she was offering for the free resource. That is so much. That's incredible. Are you sure? Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, we had that discussion. I was like, yeah, I'll give it as a freebie. Don't worry. It's my pleasure to give that gift to all of you when you join the summit. So it's part of the moment when you register for the summit. Go to the speaker speaker page. And scroll to my name. You're gonna see it right underneath my name, and yeah, go ahead and do it. It literally gives you all the information how to apply for TED and TEDx. So you're gonna absolutely love it. And as you know me, I cut out all the fluff. It's straight to the point. It's gonna give you, just to give you an overview, it will give you the information about the 17 plus formats, what I mentioned very briefly, because I don't want you to do that mistake to apply to the wrong format. It will give you the most common mistakes what people do, so you don't do those mistakes and you don't waste your time, which nowadays we don't have time to waste, right? It will also give you 11 myths and beliefs what people have around the application process, which I literally busted them on the mini course. I was like, don't believe that. If someone tells you this, don't believe this as well, and don't believe that as well. So the 11 of them, I had a lot of fun actually. And honestly, every time when I hear people speaking about TED and TEDx, sometimes people don't know that I'm a TEDx coach, right? And I'm listening, I was like, where that comes from? Like, this is just rubbish.
Oh no.
It's totally not true, right? So I add every time I hear something new, I add it to my list. That's how I got to 11.
Oh, wow.
And obviously I literally dig into step by step where to go on TED.com, where to click. You're going to see all the clicks, what to do. You're going to see the application form for TED. You're going to see how to find contact details for TEDx organizers, what is the best way to contact them. And then I gave you 2 templates on that freebie mini course, 2 templates to use them. And I even put the text below so you can copy and paste the text and, like, don't invent the hot water. Literally the whole idea is to save your time, but also to have all the information what you need. And there's one more gift what I'm giving only to all of you who is joining the summit, which is a huge discount to my mastermind class. There is a TEDx Kickstart Masterclass happening 2nd and 3rd of July. It's 8 hours in 2 days. You're going to be ready for TEDx stage, literally.
Wow.
This is not a joke. It's 2 days, 8 hours in total, 4 days on Saturday, 4 days, 4 hours on Saturday, 4 hours on Sunday. You're going to be fully ready to go from I've got an idea for TEDx to I'm ready to get on TEDx stage, right? So only for the people who are joining the summit, I'm going to give 75% discount. So I lower it down from $970 to $250. So this is going to be available during the summit. So the summit needs to start on 14th of June. Come and join us. And the moment when the 14th of June summit is open, I'm going to speak on the first day, correct, September?
Yes.
I think I'm the
Yep. You're on the
4th.
14th. You're just around, well, my time, you're just around lunchtime. Your time, you're going to be mid-evening, but yes, we're very international. And as you say, you're gonna be coming back at the end of that first day for the, All Access Power Pass people, and you'll also be there for that 4th day, which is for the All Access Pass holders,
Yeah.
where we're going to be saying, "How does this then work?" I think I've got you in there was so many of the panels that I wanted to put you on, but I think I ended up putting you in the leveraging one because of your
Mm.
very, very strategic approach to how do we now make this really go deep and really work for me and my business and my positioning and my reputation.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. To be honest, I'm gonna be there all the 4 days because I want to learn as well from all the other speakers of stuff what I don't do, and I want to know how to do them. So I'll be there all the time, and yeah, you will see me around all the 4 days. But it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Great. Guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. We're about to wrap up right now, but if you have questions, put them in the comments. If we don't answer right now live, I'll make sure that we do answer offline. So all your questions gonna be answered. Do register for the summit, as September and her amazing team put so much effort. And honestly, can I just share this September behind the scene? The way how you organize the whole summit, I feel like this is my own summit, honestly.
Yay, yay. Well, yeah, I want to make this so that the speakers are getting something out of it as well because they are sharing such amazing value. You and the other 19 speakers are just sharing. As I was interviewing people for the podcast, those that I was fortunate enough to be able to add and put in the She's All That podcast, as I'd be interviewing them, I'd be thinking, "Oh, I wanna work with you. I want" everybody is so inspiring and has so much amazing information to share that can really up-level our business or whatever it is that you want to get out there and have the world know about. It's just so inspiring. And so I wanted everybody to feel like you want to come back because we're going to be doing this again in the fall. And we're also going to be doing a live version of it here in Mexico next winter. We're doing a Breakthrough with Media retreat. You might want to escape the Bulgarian winter or London, wherever you are at that time, and come be with us in Mexico next January.
To be honest, I've been traveling for work for the past 20 years around the world, but I have never been to South America and to Antarctica and to Australia. So 3 continents only. And like Mexico has been in my dreams for so long time, and I think I'm gonna combine now very well.
It's a pretty cool place, and especially in January for the Northern Hemisphere. It's a warm
January is
place.
my birthday.
There you go. The stars have aligned.
Absolutely. Well, that sounds like a really good birthday present for myself to come and be on your stage and also like just enjoy amazing Mexico. Stay in the green room, please, for a second, September.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming. To all of you watching it, thank you so much for coming and joining this week the Red Dot Speaker Star program and the show. I'm wishing you an amazing, amazing weekend. I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of energy. I'm going to see you next Friday. Do keep sharing this summit because the summit is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to give you a lot of value, and you're going to literally boost your business on a huge high level. Love you a lot, and I'm going to see you next Friday.